was as ordinary as the sunrise. When someone passed, it wasn't met with tears or sorrow. There were no hospitals, no treatments. Illness, like death, was a quiet, expected part of life's flow. If someone felt unwell, there was no doctor to visit. They simply went. The collectors would arrive and, without a sound, carry the body away and burn it before the day is done. The person's tasks were seamlessly picked up by another, their name dissipating as quickly as the smoke. Life didn't pause, not for a moment. Jay had always accepted this. He had been raised to see it as the natural order of things. When his mother disappeared, taken away in the quiet of the night, there had been no ceremony. The next morning, bread still baked in the kitchen. The hum of the world continued, just as steady as ever. No one ever spoke of grief, because grief did not exist. Until Jay's girlfriend Lila collapsed in the middle of the street. Her laughter hung in the air, even after her body lay still. The collectors arrived within moments, efficient as ever, scooping her up, carrying her away without a word. Jay and all those around would normally just move on. But not Jay. Not today. This time, he couldn't move. The sharp weight in his chest was unlike anything he'd ever known. The world carried on around him, the market bustling, the sky bright, but everything felt muted, dulled by an ache that had no name. The next day, a new girl, Mara, sat where Lila once had. She laughed. Her voice was bright, but it was not Lila's. No one spoke of Lila, not even in passing. The hollow emptiness inside Jay grew. He began asking questions, first casually. "Do you remember Lila?" he asked a colleague. They frowned. They looked puzzled. "Who?" The emptiness turned to something heavier. He couldn't sleep. Lila's face, her laugh, haunted his dreams. The indifference of the world around him began to suffocate him. How could no one feel anything? How could they pretend that nothing had happened? He started speaking more openly, pushing the boundaries that no one else seemed to see. But people grew wary of him. His friends stopped calling. At work, his colleagues averted their eyes. "You need help," they said gently, backing away. "You're not well. This isn't how things are." But Jay couldn't stop. And with each passing day it grew. He began to wonder if there had ever been others like him, others who had refused to forget, who had questioned why no one mourned. One evening, sitting alone in his apartment, he whispered Lila's name into the silence, holding on to the only trace of her that still existed. And then came the knock at his door. The collectors' faces were blank and expressionless as always. Jay realized then with a sudden clarity that his time had come. They led him away quietly, without struggle. The next morning, the sun rose. The city thrummed with life. and the air smelled faintly of freshly baked bread.